This conference will now be recorded.
If you're able to hear me clearly, can you just put yes in the chat box? Rahim, are you able to hear me?
Yes, the voice and screen is clear. Yes.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Okay, friends, a very good morning to all of you. My name is Ramzan Rajani, and I thanks Rahim to give me an opportunity to conduct this session. And in this session, we are going to cover how do you create a nice looking interactive dashboard with the help of pivot table. So our intention is not to just to show you a beautiful dashboard and a very complex one, but we want you to train you so that you understand how the actual dashboard is built, its backend, its method, logic, and everything. So that whatever data you have, either it's a sales database, it's a financial database, it's an operational database, it's an HR database or a training database, you should be able to do. So when you know how do you construct it, it becomes very easy. So our main focus in this next 1 hour session will be understanding pivot table in depth. And in the end, how do you use that pivot table to create a nice looking dashboard in which all your reports or charts will be on the one screen. So I think let's get started. So now I have a sales database over here. So this is my sales database. In the end, if you want this database, then surely Rahim will be able to share it with you, all of you, and if you wish to practice. So now I'm starting with the session. So let's say you have this database, friends. This is your sales database. And I have a data from 2005 till 2019. So I have a good number of years database, around 7 to 8 years. I have a database. I have a customer age. I have how the customer is paying me, which city he purchased the product, what is the product, name of a salesperson, what is the cost of one piece of that product. I have how many quantity was sold. And here there is a very simple formula, this times this. So it gives me the sales amount. So this is a very nice and simple database to actually understand how the pivot table works and how do we create a dashboard. Okay, now let's get started. Now before creating a dashboard or a summary report, there are few things which you should take care of. If your data is not correct, the result will always be having a problem. So if you provide Excel a correct database, then he will naturally give you a good result, good report. So now I will quickly open a notepad file, and here I will mention few important points that you should take care before creating a pivot table, before you start with a dashboard. So the first thing before creating a dashboard or a summary report on a pivot table on his data, you should make sure your date format is correct. The first thing is your date format should be correct, friends. Because if in your database somewhere you have first date, month, year, and in another cell you have first month, then date, and then year, it will be a problem. Then you will not be able to create a yearly, monthly, quarterly reports. Even if your date is in a text format, it will be a problem. So the first thing is you have to clear this database and you have to make date as a correct format. Now there are different ways of doing it. So you have a date which is having a problem. So there are formulas, there are different ways, there are macros, there are text to column. So there are different ways. That is a different discussion. The another very important thing is no merge cell. So if you have a data and if you have some names of the city, for example, I just take this example. I'm selecting this all three cells and I'm saying it as merge. And let's say you have data something like this. So all these three records denotes Dubai. Yeah, it looks good, but for pivot table, for summary report, for creating a dashboard, it's not good. So when you will count that there are how many records of Dubai is there in my database, Excel will count this as one. He will not count that, okay, all three merge cell and he will count three and give you one. No, give three, no. So you have to make sure your data is not merged, means each cell should have a value, then only it will count. The third thing, which is very, very important, is no spelling mistakes. This is very important thing. Like, for example, I have one place over here, Abu Dhabi, and there is another cell where I am not having a space. See, I'm removing a space. So here you don't have a space. Again, you have one space over here. Again, you have don't space. So now when you will create this report, you will see two Abu Dhabi. One Abu Dhabi with space and another Abu Dhabi without space. So you will see two different cities. So either all spelling should be correct. Okay. So make sure you don't have any spelling mistake. And the fourth thing, which is not very, very important, but you should take care is, otherwise you will not come to know which column. So your column heading should not be blank, means all your column heading should be filled. Like over here, you have date, customer, import, payment type. This should be filled. It should not be blank. And the last one, friends, is please make sure you don't have blank rows or columns. This is one of the another important thing. Like for example, if you have a row blank in between, for example, like you have this data. So now when you normally go to the insert and when you create a pivot table, you see only this much data is selected. So it's always naturally, yes, you can create then select the data manually till end, but try to avoid you don't have a blank row. Also, you should not have a blank column. Then your report will not give you the filter of blank. So these are the very, very basic things. If you want, you can just quickly take the photo of this from your mobile if you wish to. Otherwise, we will share it. Okay. Now, friends, this is the first thing which you should take care before creating a report or a dashboard. Now we will start with the next option, as now most of the people have joined. So now I will take this at a little bit intermediate speed. Okay. So now, friends, let's start. So now I have this huge database with 7 to 8 years of data. Now, before creating a pivot table or a report, you should decide what are the reports that you wanted to create. It's not like that you came, you opened the file and you thought, okay, let me create some reports. No, I think you should well planned. Okay, so these are the things which I need, which my management will like. With this report, my management will be able to do the analysis. So you should plan. So let's spend next 2 to 3 minutes in discussing what are the reports that can be created. Okay, and then, so now let's say you downloaded this data from your Oracle server, SQL, or you typed manually, or from whatever source you get. If you give this data to your sales manager, what they will understand from this data? What he will understand? He will not understand anything from this huge database. He will just see, okay, there is one entry which happened on 2nd Jan. This was the customer age. This is the payment method. This is the city. And he will not understand anything unless and until you convert this data into a summary report. Then only they will be able to understand, okay, what are the summary reports? Let's start. So if you want, you can even type it in a chat box that what are the different reports that can you create. So can I request everybody, what do you think, friends? What are the different reports can be created on this, means like summary report. You can put it on a chat message so that I can just see, and then I will go ahead. Any report, whatever you think it can be created on this data. Okay, Daniel, city-wise sales, product-wise sales, Omar, Hira, sales, payment method, product-wise sales. Yes, yes. So yes, these are the reports: quarterly sales, year-wise, salesperson-wise. Amazing, Rupam, Ahmad, Adnan, year-wise, product-wise sales, Muhammad, Imran. Very good. Excellent. So I will also go ahead and show you quantity wise, Danish. Yes, you are right, Danish. So let me show you. So yes, the first report which you can create is the city wise sales. This is very important exercise, friends, we are doing. Okay. See, I can directly go to the insert and pivot table and I can show you nice looking charts and everything. But I don't want to do that. I really wanted to train you from the basic till the advanced level so that you know how actually it works. Okay, chart, summary, everything we will create, but very slowly and step by step. So yes, Muhammad Wasim, city-wise sales, quantity, and very good. So the first thing is you can create, okay, city-wise sales. Yeah, you can create product-wise sales. You can create product-wise sales. You can create salesperson. Each person did how much sales, right? You can even create, for example, yearly sales. When you will create a yearly sales, your management might ask, hey, can you show me year-wise and quarter-wise? So yes, you can create a quarter-wise sales also, quarterly sales. So then he will ask, okay, Ramzan, can you show me the monthly sales? So you can create monthly sales. Even, friends, you can create a weekly sales and you can create a daily sales. So like this, there can be lots of reports, not only the sales, friends. Mostly, most of you have said sales, but you can do the counting. How many transactions happen in each city? So you wanted to know number of transaction, how many transaction, how much transaction done by each person. Oh, we can create one more important report, that contribution of each city towards the product. So each city is how much contributing towards the total sales. Let's say your total sales is 1 million. So Dubai is contributing how much? Sharjah is contributing how much? It means contribution means percentage, running total. Yes, for us. Record previous year. Very good. Excellent. This is the report which I really love, that comparing yearly report means in 2016 how much was the sale versus 2017, and your sales increased or decreased. If increased, by how much percentage? By how much percentage? So this is very interesting record. Management might be interested in this. Okay, Ramzan, to show me top salesperson. We can perform some average counting. Very good, Muhammad Wasim. Excellent. I think I have a very good batch and people are very much interested and very much knowledgeable. So like this, friends, you can go on. Age-wise product requirement. Very good. I also love this report. That is Sheep Shankar. Yes, you can say age-wise. In age-wise, na Sheep Shankar, you can even create a grouping. Like for example, 20 to 30 years, how much sales we are getting. 30 to 40 years, how much, and which product they are purchasing, and which product, so that we come to know their taste. Okay, to this age group we are getting this much sales. Yes, very good. So now, friends, this was next 5 minutes. So first we discussed how your data should be. Your data should be clean with all these 5 things. The another is we decided what are the reports that we should create. So we decided on the report part. Now it's the third time and we have a good number of participants to go ahead and create the report. Okay. Now, friends, let's get started. Now, all these reports, how you will create? So you can create all this report by doing sorting and filtering. If you don't know pivot, How you will create? You have only one option. Go over here, press Ctrl Shift L, go to the filter, filter on each city, filter on each payment, which is going to take lots of time. And we wanted to create a nice looking dashboard. We don't want to do sort, filter and waste the time in this. So let's start now. How do we create a dashboard? So now I want everybody to pay attention on the screen. Each and every step will be important for you, friends. Okay. So now I have this data. Now I wanted to create a pivot table, summary report. So pivot table is one of the best option. You have subtotal, you have sum if formula, you have count if formula. We create dashboard with that also. But the today's session is only focused on pivot table. I'm not going to use count if, sum if. Okay, but you can use that as well. Okay, friends. So now this is the data, and I wanted to insert a pivot. How you insert a pivot? What is the first step that you do? Can you tell me if possible? On the chat message, how do you insert a pivot? What is the step, if you know? First, create a table. Very good, Daniel. Very good. So here he is very much correct. Go to the insert and pivot table, Noreen. Yes, you are also right. So normally what happens, friends? Normally we go to the insert and we create a pivot table. Now you should change your approach little bit. Here what you should do, like Daniel said, you should convert your data into a table mode. Okay, why do you convert into the table mode? First I will show you that. Okay, so what happens, friend? Now you created a normal pivot on this data. So your pivot will be created till the last row, that is 5324. Punch, Alt and V. Very good, Muhammad Wasim. Amazing. Shortcut expert. Good. So yeah, so when you will create a pivot table, it will be created till here. But in future, if you add August, September, October, November data, and then you wanted to refresh or bring that data, it will not come, friends, because you have created a report till here. So if you convert your data into the table, means that is a dynamic table, which I'm going to show you in next 2 minutes. Then in future, even if you add more data of August, September or 2020 data, you just have to refresh. You don't have to increase the range. This sentence which I am telling you, those who work in pivot will quickly understand. Those who don't work with pivot, it will be little challenging, friends, for you to understand. For you, I'm giving the another example. So I will just insert one sheet to make it very clear, and then actually we will start. So I'm inserting one blank sheet over here, and I want everybody to pay attention. Here I am explaining you why you should convert your data into the dynamic table. Next 2 minutes and it will be clear for all of you. So for example, I have city over here, I have Dubai, I have Sharjah, and let's say I have, for example, Abu Dhabi. And I have some sales numbers over here, for example, and I type some random sales number, and I'm creating a chart on this, friends. How do you create a chart? We press Alt F1 from the keyboard, or simply go to the insert, and over here you get a chart. Now pay attention. I'm going to explain the dynamic table concept. I say add. So now you have a data of Dubai, Sharjah, and Abu Dhabi. Done. In future, friends, I'm having Ajman over here. See, I'm adding Ajman, and over here I've put a number. This Ajman has not come in the chart. What you do normally, you click on the chart, you come on this corner, and then you drag it down. Agree? Yes, you all do this way. But now convert your data into the table, friends. See, now I have deleted everything. Now I am converting this raw data into the table. So I am pressing Control T from my keyboard. Remember this shortcuts? Control T. This is to convert your data into dynamic table, or you can go to the insert and create on table. So I'm pressing Control T and I just say okay, and your data will become beautiful. Yes, it has become beautiful, it has become Jameel, but our main intention is it has become dynamic. Now you see, friends, I'm pressing Alt F1, I'm creating a chart, and now you will see the magic. Now I have a selection till Abu Dhabi only, see. But now, as soon as I put Ajman, and you will see the Ajman is there. If I put, for example, Fujairah, you will see Fujairah is there. If I type Ummul Kuwain, you will see Ummul Kuwain has come. So as soon as I'm inserting a data, automatically it's coming in the chart. That's why I have to convert a data into the control T, so that in future if I add more data, I don't have to increase the range. I just have to press the control T. Yes. So now I will come on this data, and what I will, let me delete this sheet for you. And now I'm pressing control T, or you go to the insert and there is the option table. Remember, those who don't know, you pivot table is different, friend, and table is different. This is a dynamic table. So I click on a table and it has selected the entire range, and I just say okay, perfect. So my data became beautiful. It means it has become a table mode. Acha, how you will come to know it is in a table mode? So whenever you come in the data, here you will see a design tab. It means your data is in a table mode. If you want, the friends, in this design there is one option, table name. It's not compulsory, but let's make it. So I just name it as, for example, master data. I'm changing the name of a table. It's not compulsory, but let's change it. So from here I'm changing the name of a table which is in design. Alas, done. Now we are starting with the session mode. So now I wanted to quickly create all these reports. Okay, so now you will see how we will do. We will not directly jump on dashboard that I put the copy the chart and put it in a single sheet. I will have to explain each and everything to make you understand. So let's start. So the first report I wanted to create on this is the city wise. So I will go to the insert, friends, and on the left hand side I have an option pivot table. So I click on a pivot table, and over here if you will see, whatever name I had given, your name is their master data. If this data would not have been in a table mode, here you would have got a range, that is range A1 to 5300. Got it? So here you have got the name because your data is in dynamic mode. Yes, you can create a data on your external data as well. And where I wanted to create a pivot table summary report, always try to take it in a new sheet. Okay, and I will say okay. As soon as I say okay, and you will see a new sheet has been added, friends. So friends, those who already know pivot table, those who are already good in pivot table, you have to wait for me to come little bit more advanced level. This is a session for those people also who don't know anything. So I will also cover the very basics of this so that you are good in this. Okay, so now friends, if you will see, a new sheet has been added. Here is the sheet 2, and this is the area where all your reports are going to create. And on the right hand side you are seeing this table field. This is the area which you should know. If you know this area, you will be able to do a basic level of pivot. So let me take 1 minute quickly to explain and we will move ahead. So these are the names of the column, friends, like salesperson, product. This was the heading. Okay, this is the heading which was there in our data, and these are the 4 areas: filter, column, rows, and value. Now we are going to understand these 4 areas. Achha, what is row, what is column? I will quickly explain you. Let's say your manager tells you, okay Ramzan, can you quickly create a city report? So what I will do, I will take the city from here and I will put it under the row. This is row. What is row, friend? These are row 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the row area, right? If I put this city under the column, this area, this white area, you will see it will become like this. So these are the basics of pivot I'm explaining you. Drag city. Yes, Muhammad Wasim, you are right, my friend. So I drag the city under the row. So I got the row wise this, and in the B column, I have to put the sales. So I will take the sales. See, you can click also on this sales, automatically it will come under the value. I am showing you to the drag. So I drag it under the value and you will see a city-wise sales has come. Now just wait for a few seconds and think how simple it was to create this summary report. I just went to insert, I clicked on pivot, I drag city over here, I drag sales over here, and your work is done. Now you think, friend, if you would have not known this pivot table, you had to do with filter. So 5 times you have to do filters, then check the sales, put copy paste, or you have to do the subtotal. Now your manager says, hey Ramzan, I have Good, this you have done the sales. Can you tell me there are how many records of each city? So you don't have to worry, friends. What you will do, you will take the sales and bring it under the value and just right click on it, and over here you get one option, summarize value by. Very important option. From here you can do the count, average, whatever you want. You wanted average sales, let me take it as a count. So count, what is count, friends? This is number of records, number of transactions in the database. Now when you will give this, your manager might have more expectation from you that this guy is doing well, let me give him more work. So he might also ask you, okay, hey, can you also show me the percentage, that how much each city is contributing? So you don't have to worry, friends. You have to take the sales, put it under the value, you will get third column. I will right click, I will go over here in show value as, and over here I will take percent of column total. Remember this screen? If you wanted to take a photo, screenshot, feel free. And I am clicking on percentage of column data, and here you go. So if you don't know this option, you would have took the formula equal Dubai sales divide by the total. Here you have not done anything. Just right click and select percent of column total, and your work is done. And in the end, you will come here and you will change the heading. You will say total sales, you will say total records, and here you will say, for example, contribution. Done. So now to create this simple report, this is a very basic report. If you don't know Pivot, friends, you would have took lots of time. But here with the help of Pivot, you just did in less than 1 minute. Drag, drag, drag and draw. It's just like a play, but you should know where to put exactly. Okay. Now let's move ahead. So now we will just create some report, something like this, and I will explain everything. And then we will bring everything in one sheet, and I will show you the concept of dashboard, friends. Okay. So now I will move ahead, and now your manager says, hey Ramzan, can you show me each year how much is the total sales? Each week how much is the total sales? Yearly, quarterly, you don't have to worry. You don't have to really worry. It's just we will do in few seconds. Yes, you are hearing correct. I'm not saying in minutes. I'm telling you in seconds. You can create the reports of yearly, monthly in seconds. So I will put my cursor inside the data, friends. Again, I will go to insert. Kindly explain slicer using pivot. Yes, Muhammad Wasim, I will go in slicer in detail. And even not only the slicer, I'm also going to explain you the concept of timeline. Not only the timeline, I'm also going to explain you the report connection, and you will be amazed. Okay, wow, this is something very, very interesting. So, but you have to wait for a few minutes, my friends, okay, till the time I come on that. Yeah. So I go to the insert, friends, and I click on pivot. So what was our intention? Just to make it again repeat for you, we wanted to create yearly, monthly reports. So I click on pivot table. I say, okay, I got another sheet, friends, over here. So now I have a date column. Now you see, if you wanted to create yearly report, your date format should be correct. If your date format is not correct, remember this function will not work. It will give you the error. So I take a date and put it under the row. As soon as I put it under this row area, you will get all the names of the year. That is the year 2005, 6, 7. And in the next column, I want a sale. So I take the sales and I put it under the value. And here is my yearly report ready. Now your manager says, hey Ramzan, can you show me, for example, a monthly report each year, each month, how much is the sales? You really don't have to worry, friends. You just have to right click. Yes, you can click on this plus button and you can say expand. I will show you the another way of doing. You right click on the year and you say group. If you are using old version also, Excel 2007, where you don't have this direct grouping facility, so there we used to do this in the old times. So you right click and you say group. Now he will ask you group by what? So I will say Excel boss, I need group by year and months. Just say okay. And it will show you each year, each month, how much is the sales. Wow, that's interesting. Now you can make, now you see this report has gone very big, friends. 2005 you have 12 months, 2006 you have 12 months. Now this report will go very big. If you will try to take a printout, it will really not come in one print, right? So here is the interesting method. Now here the year month which is in the row, You will come over here and you will put it under the column, and here looks the interesting report. An entire your 7 to 8 months, not I think these are 15 years data has come in one small screen. If you take a print, it will come in one page. So if you wanted to create this report, friend, it would have really took lots of time. Now your manager says, hey Ramzan, I also wanted to see each year, each quarter, how much is the sales. You really don't have to worry, friends. I will just right click on this. Again, you will say the same option, group. And over here, I have an option year wise, quarter wise. As soon as I say year and quarter, you see what will happen. You will see this screen and you will say, oh my God, what happened? So don't worry. Here, the year has gone into the column. Just drag the year and put it under the row. And it becomes again interesting report, that is each year, each quarter, how much is the sales. This is something very interesting, friend. This is the thing which your management needs from you. They don't want you to do sort and filter and prepare a report. The report which you prepare in 1 hour can be done in few minutes, few seconds, and that other part can be put it in another productivity task. Got it? Now I have a question for you. Not a question, I think I should give you a homework to find on your own. So here is the homework which you are going to do at your home after this session. My manager says, Ramzan, I wanted to do a report each month, each week, how much is the sales. So how I will create a weekly report? I don't have week over here. So now this is a homework for you. Search on your own, go to Google, explore all this and find. I know some of you will reply, do this way, Ramzan, but for other people, this is a homework. Go and try how do you create a weekly report on this. Okay, it will increase your knowledge and some more ideas. Okay, friends, so let's move ahead. Now, slowly, I will also cover one simple point of the refresh part, which some of you might know, some of you who are new who don't know. So let's say I have a data over here and my Dubai total count is 1071. Remember this 1071. You created a report, all the report, all the reports you created. And now what happened? There was some change in the data. Remember, Dubai is 1071. So I will just type it for you intentionally, Dubai 1071. Okay. Now I come over here in my data and I add one more record of Dubai over here. Let's say, for example, this second record, this is not of Abu Dhabi, this is also of Dubai. So when I come over here, now you will see it's 1071 only. So what I'm trying to explain is, after you create a pivot table, if you make any kind of changes in your master data, this is not going to update. Pivot does not update on its own like SUMIF and COUNTIF formula. That's why some people use COUNTIF and SUMIF, that whenever you update, the answer updates automatically. Pivot does not update on his own. But you can press right click and over here you say refresh. And now what refresh does? It goes to that master file and updates all the data. So this was the old and this was the new. Yes, Muhammad Wasim, F5. I think Muhammad Wasim, it's not F5, it's Alt F5 to refresh the pivot. Okay. So good. So acha, now, but if you know this option, then as a trainer, I have to give you something little bit more. So now, yes, Faraz, you are right, my dear friend. So over here, I will show you one interesting thing that you don't even have to refresh, my friends. Pivot will refresh automatically when you open the file. This is one of the setting which I really love. And I think some of you might be knowing that I have created a pivot table and everything. Okay. And now I saved this file. I made some changes. Maslan, for example, I made this Dubai. And now I was in rush. I forgot to refresh. Next day, I wanted to send the report. When you send this report to your manager, okay, it will not be updated. So what I do, there is one interesting option. I think you all should learn this. You should right click on this pivot table, friends. You should right click on this pivot table and here you get an option, pivot table option. I want everybody's attention over here to see what I am doing. So I click on pivot table option. Here, friends, you will go to the data tab. This is your data tab. And here you get one very interesting option. Refresh data when opening a file. Remember, it's opening a file. Huh? It's not that you made changes and same time it will update. but this is removing a 50% risk that you made changes and you went home and you forgot to refresh. No problem. Whenever next time you will open a file, automatically Pivot will refresh for you. Don't worry. And I just say, okay, khalas, and I say save. Now you see, I will show you the proof. Now it is Dubai is 1072, right? And here I have added 2-3 more records of Dubai. Now I just save the file. I'm not making any refresh. I'm closing my file. What is the shortcut for closing a file, friends? Control W. So I close the file. And now once again, see, I'm opening a file and automatically you will see it will be refreshed. So now 1072 became 1075. So remember, once again, I will show you. Right click, pivot table option, go to data, and over here, refresh data when opening. After creating a pivot table, this is one of the market best practice. Okay. Now, friends, I also wanted to create a year-wise sales, but I wanted to show my management what is the difference between each year, because they might be more interested in doing the analysis. So I go to the insert, I go to the pivot table, I say okay, perfect. So what I think people on your row, I will take the sales, put it under the value. This is a normal report, and I will right click and I will say group, and I will say I want only the years. Khalas, done. Now you see one interesting thing, friends. This is very important. When I was working in the corporate, I used to give this report regularly to my management, training hours increasing or decreasing every year. So I take the sales, put it under the value, and here is your answer. Pay attention. I right click, I say show value as, and here is your option, percent difference from. One is difference from, friends. Here it will give you the number, but I want in a percentage, that whether my sales is increasing or decreasing. If increasing by how much percent, decreasing by how much percent. So base field is date, and base item, always remember to take previous. Only you have to change this, dear, and just say okay, and you will go, and here you will see, okay, so my 2005 sales was this, 2000 sales increased, so how much percentage? 11. But between 2006 and 7 my sales decreased by 11%. So this is really a very good analysis report which sales manager needs. These are the reports which you should present. Okay, so, oh, I just saw the time and I think we started and it's around 40 minutes. Okay, great. So I think we have to cover lots more of things. I'm not going to cover the design part, which will really take time. Report layout, grand total. You have lots of things. Pivot table, friends, we can go for 4 to 5 hours. You have calculation, this, that, lots of things are there. It's amazing. But let's come to our main now topic, that how do you bring all this in one? Now you had this data. I created one report over here, one report over here, one report over here. Like this, you will create 10 sheets. Your management is not going to go to each sheet and they will see the report. Your management will say, Ramzan, can you show everything in one? So that is the concept of dashboard. So dashboard is nothing. Dashboard is nothing but bringing all your data in one sheet so that management can see everything in one go on one screen. And in that also you have two levels. Either you create a text-based dashboard or you create a chart-based dashboard. So we will see how it works. So now, friends, again I come on a sales sheet, and now once again I'm starting a session from the start, and you will see how we will do. So now I wanted to bring all my reports in the one screen. Okay, so let's start. So what is the first step? I will go to the insert pivot. I have already done the table, right? So I say the pivot table and I say okay, done. A new sheet has been inserted. What I will do, I am renaming it. So I have renamed it as summary. Okay, why don't I delete? Okay, let me keep all the sheets. So I come over here and let me create now quickly all the reports. So now what I will do is I will say I wanted to create a first report that is city wise, or let's say payment wise. So I put the payment and I put the sales. This is my first report. After this, what you do basically, friends, you go to again insert and you create a pivot, right? Now you don't have to do that. You just have to use a copy paste method. So what I will do, I will come over here and I say Control A, select all. I say copy this pivot and I went down, leave 2-3 rows blank because in future you might have one more payment type or one more city. So depending upon that, you can leave. I have just copy pasted. I'm doing copy paste work, nothing. You just see in next 2 minutes. And I remove the payment. I say in the second pivot, I want a city. Yes, I'm going to cover slicer and timeline. You just have to wait for a few minutes. Again, I will copy this, friends, and let's say, for example, I will paste it over here. I remove the product city and I put the product. Again, I copy this. Again, I paste it over here. I remove the product and I put the sales. Again, I copy this. Again, I went down. Again, I did copy pasted. And here in the last report, I want a year wise. So I uncheck the sales and I say I want a year wise. But in a year wise, I want only the year. Perfect. So your all the 5 reports has come on one screen. In next few minutes, I will start the slicer part. Now, after this, friends, what you will do? You will see all the row labels are same. So I will take few seconds and I will rename the header, and you will see in next few minutes something amazing will be coming up. So I say this is my product, this is my city wise report, this is my salesperson wise report, and this is my yearly report. Oh, I don't like this grid lines gray color. So I go to the view and over here you get an option grid lines. So I will uncheck the grid lines and your sheet became white. Oh, I wanted to give some colors to it so that it looks nice. So I go to the home and you can spend few seconds in this as well. Go to the format table and you change all the color. Don't take any dark color. Take like this medium color so it looks good. Remember your sales, if your sales is very less, but your formatting should be good. Okay, so make sure you do the formatting nicely. Okay, so now that we don't have much time. Okay, so now I have brought all the reports on one screen. We will prepare a chart, slicer, timeline in next few 10 minutes. Okay, so I selected the heading, my friends, and I say I wanted to merge because I wanted to fill the color and I wanted to put the heading. So I put the color over here, and let's say, for example, summary report. Okay, and let's say you can give any company name, for example, ABC company. Okay, and I will just make it over here, let's say, for example, white color. I will make it bold. I increase the font size. So now you will see something will coming up. Okay, now you have prepared this report. Now your manager says, hey Ramzan, product wise sales is good, but I wanted to see in each city how much was the sales of each product. So you don't have to worry, friends. I will come on this and I will go to insert. You see insert, remember your cursor should be on pivot, and here you get an option slicer. But remember, if you are using an old version, 2007 version, you will not get a slicer. So it should be 2010 and above. I click on slicer and it will ask you, hey, which slicer you need? I want a slicer of city, and I just say, okay, perfect. So I got a slicer of city over here. Now, whenever you will click on Dubai, you will see Dubai sales. Sharjah, Sharjah, Ras Al Khaimah, Ras Al Khaimah, Ajman, Ajman. If you wanted to bring everything back, friends, I will click on this option, that is a clear filter. Now this is for all the cities. Let me make it little bit small because this is big, but when I make it small, here I get this. Instead of this, why not I make it in 2 columns? So I said 2 columns over here, which is under the option, remember. So now it became this. Why not I change the color related to this? Perfect. So formatting wise also you can spend few minutes on this. I'm not having much time, but if you have a time when you will design, you can surely do a nice formatting. Oh, I come on the sales. Here I wanted to insert one more slicer on this. So again, I go to the insert and I say slicer. We will cover timeline as well. Okay. So I click on the slicer and I want a slicer of city on this. Or let's say I want a slicer of product, that each product, how much is the sales by each person. So I took the product nicely. I will put it over here. Let me do the quick formatting. Above I have put 2 columns, so let's say I will put 2 columns here as well. and let me decrease this, okay, so that more comes. Okay, so now if I click on laptop, it's changing. Hard disk, it's changing. Perfect. This is really amazing. If you wanted to select multiple things, friends, you can select it from here, from the multiple. So now I can insert more things over here. I can go Control Shift plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They will ask why you are inserting 7 rows. So I have to insert a timeline over here, dear. So I will put my cursor on a first one. This is on a first report. Pay attention. I go to the insert and I say I wanted to insert a slicer, because friend, this sorry, not a slicer but a timeline. So here, this all the reports are of all the years. If you will see this American Express sales or a hard disk sale, this is of all the 15 years from 2005 to 2017, right? 19. But your manager say, boss, I wanted to see yearly sales. I don't want to see the past. So no problem. I go to the insert and I say timeline. Please pay attention. I'm inserting timeline on payment, not on other one, because I have to explain one very interesting thing. So pay attention over here. So I say timeline. Timeline of what? Timeline of date. And I say okay. Mostly you will get a date column, and nicely I will put it over here. So this is the reason, friends, I added 7 rows, because it takes 7 row space timeline. Okay, so I will come over here and nicely I will increase it over here. And here is your interesting option. I say I want a year. So all the years has come. Looking nice? It's so simple to create. So I will come over here, friends, and over here I can say I want 2014 sales. So when I click on this 2014, you will see 2014 sales is changing. 2015 sales, 2016, 17, 18, all these years are changing, right? But here I know you are going to ask me one question. Okay, Ramzan, when I click on 2014, this pivot table change, but I want when I click on 2015, 16, all the pivot table should change. How do you do? Here is the concept of report connection. It's very interesting thing, one of the major part of creating a dashboard like this. So I will click on this slicer, friends, and I go to the option. Remember, this is a timeline. Okay, I go to the option, and in the option left side you will see report connection. So I want to connect this slicer to all these reports, right? But when you come over here, friends, you will see all this. Oh, pivot table one. So how you will come to know which table is what? Yes, you can find it from here that these are the summary sheet and all these are the reports of summary sheet. But let's say still you will say, okay, Ramzan, I don't want this to update. Then you have a very interesting way, not an interesting way, but you just have to change the table name. So I come on the over here and I go to the option over here, that is the analyze. And over here on the left hand side, you can just change the name of a table, which will easy for you to select. It's not compulsory, but it's easy. So what I'm doing now, I'm coming on each table and I'm going to analyze, and I am just renaming all the names of the table so that it's easy for me for the connection. I will go to the yearly and I say yearly. Now you will see something very nice. So I click on a timeline, I go to the option, I click on report connection, and over here you will see the names have come. So now it's easy for you. So I want to connect product wise, sales wise, city wise. I don't want the yearly to get updated. Otherwise, if I click on 2013, it will show me 2013 sales, but year wise I want to see all, but here it should update only of 2013. And I say okay, I have just only 5 minutes, but I don't think I will be able to complete. Okay, it's very big topic. So now you see, friends, I click on 2013, all your data is changing. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Wow, this is amazing. Got it? Hey, if you wanted to see 15 and 16 together, don't worry. You just come on this screen and just drag it. And over here, you get 2 years sales. This is really amazing. If you want to bring everything together, friends, you click on this option, clear all, clear filter, and your all the filters are created. Your manager says, hey, I don't want it to see yearly, I wanted to see each year, each month sales. No problem. See friends, interesting option. I click on this drop down years and I have an quarters. It will show you each year, each quarter, how much is the sales. So I say I wanted to see first quarter sales of 2015. No worries. Click and your work is done. You will see the numbers are changing. If you wanted to see monthly, each year, each month, this is really amazing reports which can be created. Again, I click on this clear filter, it's done. Again, I come over here, you say year. So once you create this type of report and gives to your manager friends, next time they will not come to you. They will themselves click and drag all the reports. Then you should think then what you will do in the office. Okay, so that is a separate thing. Okay, so I say the clear filters and your this way, friends, you can use a slicer. You can create a timeline and create nice looking a dashboard. Now this dashboard which I have just shown you summary report, it's on a text based. I have not even created a chart. Now we can add one more sheet and create a chart on all these things. So now I request Rahim to tell me if I can go ahead, because it's already I think 55 minutes I'm speaking. If you have more times, people tell me if you are, then I can go ahead.
Yes, Ramzan, I'm finding this webinar very interesting and I hope that participants are enjoying. We have more time, you can take it, no problem.
Perfect, perfect. So I will take few more minutes, friends. And now, see, like this also you can. So your appraisals are near, na? You can give this report. Faraz, manager will definitely ask how, and we will tell you. No, my friend, don't know my name. Okay, yes, Ahmed Raza, we will go ahead. So now, friends, one thing, so you can give this dashboard, they will be happy. But if your appraisals are near, your salary increment is near, so you should give another type of dashboard, which I'm going to show you now in next 5 minutes. So that's why I thank you so much, Chief Shankar. You are enjoying the session. That's why I didn't give over here dashboard. I gave a report summary. So now you see what I will do in next 5. I need more 5-10 minutes of yours. That's all. I inserted a new sheet and I am renaming this sheet as dashboard. So now you will say that was also a dashboard. Now what here Ramzan is going to teach us. I say dashboard over here. And now friends, I will create this entire blank sheet into a nice looking sheet, which you will see in next few minutes. Okay. Thank you so much, Abasin. Okay. Now I want friends to pay attention. Next 5 minutes, how do we do that? So this is my blank sheet and I wanted to create a chart in this on this summary report. Again, I am telling you, this is sufficient, but if you wanted to make it more interesting, go over here and you see. Okay, so thank you so much, Albert, that you are finding the session useful. And now, friends, see, 5 minutes, I have a column. I'm decreasing the column width. Why I'm decreasing? You will come to know after 5 minutes. You have to wait. I click on the A column and I click and I put a green color over here. Okay. Why I'm putting, you will see in next 5 minutes. Okay, you have to be patient. Okay, and over here, for example, I am selecting and I'm saying paste. I have added one more green color line. Again, I copy over here. This is a one-time job. Every time you don't have to do all this thing. This is just a one-time job. And again, I select and I say Control V for paste. Okay, so now I have all these things. So now what I will do is I will come on my heading. I will select this entire heading. I make it merge. You all are expert in doing merge. So I just say merge. I increase this. Here I'm going to create the heading. Okay, give me 5 minutes and you will see very nice thing. Okay, this is the area, friends. I will be putting the timeline. I'm planning. So let's say from 2 to 11th rows, I will insert a timeline. No problem. So I will come on this 11th row and I will again make it a little bit small. Perfect, done. And now below over here, I will add few charts over here. So let's say, for example, I will put it somewhere over here. Okay, one row here, I will put the charts. And again, I want few more charts. So let's say, for example, I will put it over here. Something like this. Perfect, very good. So I created the framework. So I don't like this grid line. So again, I will go to view and say uncheck the grid lines. If you want, you can surely keep it, but I don't like, so I delete. Oh, I have selected the entire row. So all this will take a few KBs. So I selected all this. And how do you clear everything, friends? Go to the clear and say halas, clear all. Done. We'll hide that everything. Okay. And over here again, I will select this area and I will say I don't want anything. Perfect. Why don't I put the sales dashboard over here? Okay. Rahim, can I put your company name over here? Okay, so
Yes, you
let's
are allowed.
say,
Yes.
so I'll say over here. Perfect. So now you will see something amazing coming, friends. Okay. Just wait for a few more minutes. Okay. Now over here it's done. Let's keep this place for afterwards for a few minutes. Okay. And now I will go to my summary sheet and I come over here in payment. What is the shortcut for creating a chart, friends? Can you tell me in the chat box if somebody know what is the shortcut for creating a chart? Some of the experts should quickly reply. Okay. Control T. No, Danish. Control T is for table, dear. Alt F4. Alt F4. My computer will shut down, boss. You want me to close the session? Alt F1. Yes, yes, you all are right. Alt F1. So that is F11 and Alt F1. So F11 basically is creating a chart in a new sheet. So quickly I will press Alt F1. My chart is ready. I don't want all this grid lines and everything. So this is my habit, but if you want, you can surely keep it. And but I don't like all these things. So everybody has their own thing, depend upon you. So I say this is my payment wise. So what I do is I copy this chart, not copy, I say right click, I say I did it a day. Now friends, you can go to the design and you have nice looking charts over here. You can do lots of formatting on this. Okay, I'm not going into that part. Our main aim is different. So I click on a chart and from the keyboard, what you will press? You will press Control X, that is for cut. So I press Control X for cut. Go to the dashboard, put your cursor and say Control V for paste. We are expert in copy paste, right? So just do the copy paste. Hey, I don't want this outline also. So go to the format, shape outline, and I say halas, no outline. So your one chart is pasted. In this also we are going to add slicer and timeline. So you have to give me more few minutes. Now the simple procedure. Now I will come on this. This you all know, I know that, but I have to complete it. So I go and I say create a pivot pie chart on this. Again, I say I want to add a percentage. So I hope you know these basic things. Go to the quick layout and I personally use this layout one. I don't want this heading. So I hide this and this is a product wise. So I will just double click on it and I say product. I don't want this outline. So I go to the format, shape outline, and I say, halas, no outline. What I will do, I will select this chart, Control X, cut. Go to the dashboard sheet, put your cursor and nicely say Control V for paste. Why not I make this as little small so that you can easily see it, okay? So let me close this also and let me close this also because I don't need this now. Okay. So again, I will take this, put it over here. Here only we will add the slicer, timeline and other things. Okay. Again, I will come over here and let's say, for example, on this, I wanted to add a, for example, bar chart. Here you don't see the bar chart. You have to click on this corner. You have to go to the bar, select any of the bar chart. Again, right click, I say hide all. I click on it, delete. I click on it, delete. You can create the templates also for the charts. I say right click, add a data label, and this is my, for example, person wise. And you have to wait for a few more seconds to create the another chart, and then we will add the slicer and timelines on this. And again, I put this over here, and again I came over here nicely. I don't wanted to see the outline, so I say no outline, halas. And again I came over here, I came on this, and let's create again this chart. Let's say, for example, 3D chart. So I don't use only much, but just to show you. So I inserted a 3D chart. I again deleted this. I deleted this. Again, I right clicked, I say hide, and again, this is my city wise. Okay, you can give the different color if you want. I go to the design and change color, and you have different colors. I say Control X. I go here, put the cursor, Control V. I don't want the outline of a chart, shape outline. So this I have done 4 times. Okay, remove the outline, put this 4 times I have done. So you might have remembered now. Okay. Now this is done, friends. Now I will come on this chart and I go to the insert, and here is my option, that is the timeline. I click on timeline, and timeline of what? Date. If you have multiple date columns, it will show you multiple date columns. So I say date and khalas. I will take it nicely, put it over here very nicely, and see, I know that it will take us 7 rows, huh? So perfectly I had inserted 7 rows over here. Okay, so now I will create this, and I will change here to the year. Perfect. And now when you will see, this is really amazing. So now when you will click on 2012, what will happen, friends? It will update this 13, 15, 16. You're seeing, should I make it little less so that you can see the other charts as well? So whenever you are clicking on this, your all the charts updating. This is really amazing. Now I will click on clear over here, and your manager says, no, Ramzan, this is year wise is good, but what you know, I wanted to analyze this payment also. In payment wise, I wanted to see through each city. So no problem. So I will come over here. I will just make this little small. If you wish, means you have to be smart in doing all these things. Okay, how to adjust the space. I come on the payment, friends. I go to the insert. I can set slicer only on the payment. Which slicer? I need a city slicer. Perfect. Now how do I adjust that? You can adjust here, but I wanted to adjust below. So here is the method which I use. 2, 3, 4, 5. Come over here, make it something like this, and I go here and put it nicely over here. Let me increase the size. Perfect. If you wanted to keep the name word city, you can keep. Otherwise, I think in slicer option you can disable that. In the same way, over here in this, I wanted to put it on the right hand side or down also. If you want to make it all similar, then perfectly you can surely do it over here. I go to the product, I go to the insert, I say slicer. I wanted to know each person did how much sales for each product. But now there will be challenge. So let's see of how I can do it. 2, 3 more, 3, 6, 7, 8. So I just say quickly 8, and let me see if it gets adjusted perfectly. So I think it will work. Okay, so again I go over here, and let me make it little small. In fact, I can do the 2 columns as well, but let's keep it something like this. Perfect. And now if you want, you can change this. So now if you will see, friends, over here, you can add the slicer for others also. Okay, but I think the time is up. It's almost 1 hour 10 minutes I took. Sorry for that. So I click on 2010, 11. You see everything is updating, and I click on this. Now your manager says, hey, I wanted to just see Dubai. I click on this. Now you will see only this is changing because I had added slicer on this. Now this is one-time job. Really, I'm telling you, your manager will be happy to see this, all this thing. You created in a simple way, but they don't know how you created. Okay, so don't show everything to them. Yeah. So I come over here and I'm just joking. Okay, don't take seriously. So I click on it and everything is working. Like this, you can add a slicer for this and everything. I click on this clear, and if I click on this, and everything is working, friends. Okay. Now you have a more detailed discussion that how do you lock the slicer, and that's a VBA part. We don't want to go into that. In fact, you can click over here and a PDF icon, click on PDF, it will become PDF to send it to anybody. Okay, you can have lots of things, but that will take some VBA part and everything. Okay, so this was my part, and over here, so you see this was a sales data which nobody can understand. So if you want to confuse your management, give this data to them, they will not understand anything. If you want them to understand, really you can convert that into this nice looking summary report. And if your appraisal are near, what you will do? You will create this type of nice looking dashboard and give it to them. Okay, friends. So this was all about from my side. You have more detailed discussions on this, means the more time you spend, the more better dashboard you can create. But I prefer to keep it very simple. I don't use a chart like gauge and all that are very important charts. I agree with you, but it really takes lots of time. And sometimes management said, boss, we need some data and analysis, so give us the simple thing. So this is one of the best thing you can see on the screen. It looks very simple, very clear, and on the point. Okay, so thank you so much. And if you have any kind of questions, and feel free to give it to Rahim, and I will surely reply in the email. Thank you, Mohsin, my friend. It was a great session. Thanks, Rahim and Ramzan sir, for precious time. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you,
Ramzan,
Sheep.
I would like to thank you for your time and knowledge contribution to the Excel users community, and I hope that in future we will be having you for more sessions. And I hope that
Sure.
all the participants has made it clear that how you can create a dashboards in the pivot tables. Thank you so much, Ramzan, for your time, and uh, do share this file with me, and I will be emailing them to all the participants after the webinar.
Sure, I will do that, right? In fact, I was also very happy with the participants that slowly 20, 25, 30, and we got 45 people. And now I can see after 70 minutes of the session, still I can see 45 people. Means nobody has exited, means they are so much interested in learning, and they were very engaged in this session, and they were interested in learning all these things. So I'm
Yeah.
very happy with the participants, and thank you for giving the opportunity. Yeah. Yes, friends, I
You're
will
welcome.
share the. So yeah, and if you have any query, you can drop in the email and you can connect. Surely we will be able to reply. Yeah. Okay, Rahim. Now ball is in your court. If you wanted to discuss something with them.